Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Lost Planing the Interwebs. I am your host. Oh no, I'm your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. And we are on quarantine day 0 for Minnesota. We are happy to join the other communist states who have implemented total shutdowns of restaurants, bars, and other gathering places, including gyms, libraries, schools, anywhere you might go, all shut down. Thank you to government for keeping us safe. Oh man, am I happy that that has happened. I can think of nothing I want more than government shutdowns. Actually, I can think of one thing I really hope they do, and that's to deploy armed guard of some sort into the streets to make sure we're safe. That's what I really want to happen. I definitely want armed top men making sure I am safe and cozy in my home. So, what's up, guys? How are you doing tonight? How are you doing? I've got a little throat thing going on. Of course, I'm dying from the Wu flu, apparently. Or my voice is still trashed from that last Ace Attorney stream, and we're going to do it for this one too. Oh my goodness. Well, I do in all honesty hope that you guys are prepared to be at home for a little while. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy and taking adequate precautions. I really do. I really want people to actually take the adequate precautions, but it is my job as an attorney and a man of freedom to ask questions at uncomfortable times about the status of our rights and our freedom. Where's it going? What's it doing? Are we dealing with it properly is maybe a better way to frame the subject. And let's start with this man in Kentucky. Should I pull this thing up? I got this guy, right? Here we go. Let's start with this man in Kentucky. I actually have the article right here. And oh my God. We're gonna talk a little bit about this from a legal perspective, because I think it's kind of important. Now, again, should we have people quarantining and staying away and exercising social separation? Yes, of course we should. Of course that should be happening. People should be doing everything they can to avoid spreading this virus, which is why, if possible, I'm still going to go to LA and the government can bite me. But that being said, this is a story. This came out 2 days ago, and I haven't seen any development on it since then. But one of 2 new Kentucky coronavirus cases refused to self-isolate. He's being forced. Here we go. I'm not going to go through most of this article. This is Kentucky Governor Beshear. He says, "We just have to do what it takes to lessen the spread of this coronavirus, and I don't want to be the governor that waits 2 weeks too late to take some of those steps." So, again, we have always... Look, these are memes, but the memes are founded in reality. The scariest people are the people who are acting benevolently for your benefit, because they are fully convinced of the justness and correctness of their actions, and they use that to justify maybe cutting a corner or two. And here's the annoying thing about this discussion. It's entirely possible that forcing a man into quarantine is the right decision. But we have to immediately start asking questions about how that decision is made, because we do have processes in place to make it. And I don't know that those have been followed in any significant way, because the articles don't talk about it. So let's see. What do we have here? 2 new cases in Fayette County, 1 in Nelson County. This is the one that we care about, the one in Nelson County. The new Louisville patient, who's the city's 4th, is believed to be an 80-year-old female. Oh, she's toast. The patient from Nelson County is a 53-year-old man who tested positive at the University of Louisville, then left against medical advice, Bashir said. The Lincoln Trail District Health Department asked him to self-quarantine, but he refused. Now, I don't know what that means. Okay, I don't know what him refusing to self-quarantine actually means. You guys and I might have an idea of what that means. And some people have translated this immediately to he refused to self-quarantine, which means he was running around dipping his scrotum in drinks at an old folks' home. Right? And that he was running around and coughing in the faces of the elderlies at church. That's not actually what that means. It just means he said he wasn't going to stay home specifically. Now, maybe he thought, I'm not going to stay home every single day or whatever. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. And the reporting on this doesn't interview him. I haven't seen an interview with him. I don't know what his intentions were or are. We don't know what he communicated. So again, we're working on half information here. Now, if this guy said, actually, I've got a field trip planned to the local retirement home and I'm going to cough in all of their coffee. Well, yeah, lock him up, right? That's one thing. But if it's, well, I don't know, I might have to go to a Walmart, or I might have to go to a gas station, or I might need some supplies. I can't promise I'm going to be at home all day. That's a little bit different story. So who knows? Who knows? It's pronounced Louisville. Oh, God. So a law enforcement officer has been posted outside the man's home, Bashir said. And this is the funniest lie of government, in my opinion. It's a step I hoped I'd never have to take, but we can't allow one person who we know has the virus to refuse to protect their neighbors. This is weird. This is a duty, an affirmative duty of care that we don't impose on people. The duty to protect others is not actually a legal duty. I shouldn't say that. It's not a legal duty for almost anyone on the planet. Very few people owe a duty of care to strangers. Now that seems contradictory, right? We want everybody to not run around getting everybody infected. I know, I get it. I get it. Believe me, I know. But you don't have a duty of care to protect your neighbors. If someone is stabbing someone in the street, you have no legal obligation to prevent that stabbing. Not at all. Even if you can, you have no obligation to do so. Even cops aren't obligated to prevent the stabbing. There isn't a legal duty of care to strangers. Look at the language. I also believe this. I don't believe this. It's a step I hoped I'd never have to take. Yeah. I have a feeling every executive has a delusion where they believe they will get to, for the good of the country, take some sort of extreme measure. Nelson County Judge Executive Dean Watts had to declare a state of emergency in order to invoke a little-known statute that allows him to force a self-isolation or quarantine. So the state of emergency. Now, pay attention here. Look at what this is. So this is Nelson County Judge. So this is a county judge whose jurisdiction is the county. He had to declare a state of emergency in Nelson County from one confirmed case of the virus. step back for a minute. And again, just remember we're talking about principles here. Step back for a minute and understand that we have allowed a government entity to invoke a state of emergency because of one patient of a virus. That's one person got one sickness, and the entire county is in a state of emergency, which grants emergency powers to the executives of the county and the executives of the state that don't normally exist, which quash your rights. For one case. This is something that is extreme. We're not paying attention to how extreme the actions of our government are because we're scared. And you can feel the fear on Twitter. You can feel the fear when you talk to people, when you go out, when you look at someone with a shopping cart loaded with milk. My boy Mikkel out in Hawaii, he posted an Instagram picture of some lady with a shopping cart full of gallons of milk. What are you going to do with gallons of milk? They're going to spoil. And I mean full of gallons of milk. Not like, oh, there's like 5-6 gallons of milk. There's like 30 gallons of milk in the shopping cart. It's Hawaii milk. It costs a whole bunch. Does freezing milk, is that good? I don't know. I'm not a re-thawed milk drinker. That's weird to me. But anyway, I want to just get I want to get back into the sorry, that was a tangent. But you can feel the fear from people. And when we're afraid, we just go ahead and give things away. After 9/11, we signed the Patriot Act. Obviously, we're not there yet. But a week ago, we weren't shutting down states. Minnesota has shut down small businesses across the state. Just shut them down. Gone. How long? Till we say otherwise. Will they survive? Can they pay rent? I don't know. Is there a program to help them pay rent? Not yet. Should there be? No. What do we do? But a week ago, that's my point. A week ago, we weren't shutting down states. What are we doing in a week? What are we doing a week from now? A week from now, National Guard enforced curfews. New Jersey, you just got a curfew. Are you all right with that? Look, it's after 3 p.m. Nope, you can't go out. Wait, what do you mean I can't go out? Get in your property, citizen, and wait for our signal. Think about how crazy that is. Some countries have to deal with this more. But this is America, right? We don't do that. We haven't done that. That's not something that we have dealt with in our lifetimes. Most of our lifetimes. Random Blaze says the problem with this virus is it is keeping low T home so he can triple his tweet output. That is more torture than what should be allowed by the Geneva Convention. No. And Chelsea Ditmore, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, the idea that our government is threatening you. Now, Los Angeles has banned gatherings of over 250 people, for example. Or maybe it's all of California. I think it's all of California. 250 people or more getting together? Nope. Now that's a constitutionally enumerated right. Your right to peaceably assemble is an inherent right. It's you own that right. No one gave it to you. It's not a privilege. It's a right. It's yours. Until now it isn't. 250 plus people, $1,000 fine. Oh, wait, no, I don't know if that's $1,000 fine. In Minnesota, sorry, I'm conflating things. In Minnesota, willfully violating the executive shutdown is $1,000 fine and up to 30 days in jail. Not if you have the virus. Not if you've been around someone with the virus. That's just if you do anything to defy the executive. $1,000 fine, 30 days in jail. Now let's get back to Kentucky here. We've got to make sure people who have tested positive that we know could be spreading the virus and simply refuse to do the right thing. Do the right thing, citizen. Like, look at how terrifying this language is. They're couching everything into morality and then imposing that morality upon us. And like I said, it is the correct decision for this guy to make that he stays home and stays away from people. But it is a decision at the end of the day to do that. And if we take away the decision, we take away freedom, and it's no longer moral. It's no longer a moral choice, right? It's many people believe it's a moral good to participate in charity, but the moment government enforces it, it's no longer charity. And for those of you out there who laugh at us libertarians, and it's fine, I'm with you. I hate this. I hate being this guy to have to sit here and like argue with people that I like. I hate being the guy who has to raise the questions about this stuff and say, yeah, but shouldn't we let the infected man walk around town sneezing on people? Like, I hate doing that, but at the same time, here's the analog, y'all. Well, if we don't want people shooting people, we should just take the guns away. That's the analog. That's analogous to this. We have rights and we make these choices. And we're supposed to be allowed the choices. That's the risk of freedom that we go through and that we participate in, that we choose. Because we could move to an authoritarian country and take away those problems. You could do it. How long does this last? Trump today said this could last to August. To August! Another 5 months. 5 months. You got supplies for 2 weeks. You got supplies for 5 months. You got supplies for 1 month, 2 months. Let's see. I didn't know if we have. Hospitals told to stop performing elective procedures. Elective procedures like, hip replacements, knee surgeries, shoulder surgeries, wisdom teeth removal. I mean, a lot of elective procedures are elective, but also very, very important and sometimes time critical. Too bad. Okay. Coronavirus patients, 16 of them total. Many of these aren't going to live, according to stats. Just kidding. That's a joke. That's an awful joke. See, here's the amazing thing. Even given the escalated age of all of these people, I think statistically, out of 16 people, 2 might die? Might. Maybe 2. Even in these age brackets. It's kind of crazy. Sounds terrible. But that's freedom, baby. So I want to go through something here as we're talking about this guy. They station an officer outside his house. Now, we don't need this article anymore. When you get arrested, charge of the crime. You have something called a probable cause hearing. All right. That's where there's a probable cause statement that is presented to a judge. Say we have probable cause to arrest because we're depriving someone of their rights, and that happens. And then after your probable cause hearing on arrest, you're not usually at the probable cause hearing. That's just to justify the arrest and some sort of hold. And then constitutionally, we're required to, as soon as practicable after that probable cause hearing, and really not longer than about 48 hours after that, you're supposed to have a real hearing, your first appearance, if you are locked up, right? And that hearing is where you get to be represented by an attorney. And if that's your Sixth Amendment right. And if you can't afford an attorney, the state will provide one for you, because the state is trying to deprive you of your rights. So you are given, if you can't pay for it, you're given an attorney. This is your Fifth Amendment right to due process in action. And then your Sixth Amendment right to an attorney occurs so that you have someone who can advocate on your behalf. Because obviously, if you got someone with coronavirus, you don't want to bring them into a courtroom, right? But you could allow a representative to go and actually argue on their behalf. Did they do that for this guy? Did they? I haven't seen anything about a hearing. Did you guys? We saw a judge enact a state of emergency. That didn't say anything about a hearing arguing for this guy's rights. If they did, we might know why the guy didn't want to self-quarantine. What he had to do. What was so important for him to have to leave the house with the virus. But we don't know, do we? We just have the word of the government through a media filter. And government and media are both benefiting from coronavirus scare. So we have a compromised press, and we have a compromised government, and we have nothing from the guy whose rights are deprived. Now, again, maybe the guy belongs in his house, but all you have and all I have are the words of the governor and an article that agrees with the governor. Someone just said, yeah, Cypher Warrior, this is going to get people to not get tested. Better to not know, right? Okay, so New Jersey is not a full curfew yet. Just wait. Let me read some of these super chats because I'm blown away. Like I'm blown away by this whole situation. I find it absolutely crazy. Stooge Muffin Stuffin says, "Rip P5 Royal. I don't understand why so many people got ass hurt over a scene that was less than 10 seconds long. Meanwhile, in P4 Golden, you have Miss Kashawagi, a teacher who's a literal predator, and no one bats an eye." Oh yeah, of course. Let's see. Nova Zero says, it was cute when stuff happened to America and you guys figured you'd come in and invade another country for its own good. The turning that to some domestic policy is weird. Can't y'all just invade China? Invading China's a mess, man. Japan did it. We should ask them for help. Ricky #InternChan says, "Hey Nick, just got back from ToyCon in Vegas. Had a good time seeing and working with Vic. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM on Twitter. Miss you, buddy." Hey, I miss you too, Ricky. I would love to chat. I'll send you a message. Absolutely. At Sushi Kano says, "First super chat. Hey, thank you. Currently under quarantine for the next 14 days, so I get to enjoy you live for the first time." Well, hopefully there's about 13 more of those times. Make use of it while you got it, right? Paul Godin says, "I retired from the Navy April 30th. I was supposed to do a 6-month road trip of the USA. Wu flu is messing up all my plans. Everyone is out of work. Hiring chances are low. And being near Seattle, I can't go anywhere. Sorry, comrade, for your own good. Look, we cannot have you just driving around. No. You'll stay home. You'll like it. It will be great. We will provide lots of free movies for you, comrade. Don't grab the potatoes. Skaki Onsai says, I'm one of the lucky ones who gets to go into work tomorrow. Oh, rip, buddy. This is for you. I work for a major legal company, and some of our business is dependent on court RE settlement agreements. How likely is it that the district courts postpone civil cases? Very likely. Many district courts are postponing civil cases. That is happening. It is probably coming to your district. So we'll see. Who knows? Who knows? You think the court system's backed up now? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Architect of Fate says, Nick, if you are such a defender of liberty and you actually believe in your principles, will you put your money where your mouth is and go for a judicial appointment? Will you live up to your rhetoric? Oh, buddy, I would love a judicial appointment. There is no way on earth I would get appointed or elected a judge because I have a YouTube channel. And there's just not way too political, way too openly opinionated. It just wouldn't work. I'd love to. Big Red Bear says, I think the USA is increasingly reflects 1980s Soviet Russia, an increasingly inflexible economic system, incompetent leadership, entrenched interests, economic and cultural stagnation, mismanagement of crisis after crisis. But it can run crisis on 1080p, so that's good. That's good. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And again, the thing that's crazy to me, this is important because this gets lost in these discussions, is the concern is not whether or not it's correct to lock people up in their houses. It may be correct to lock people up in their houses, but just like it's correct to lock up someone who stabs someone else, there is a process in place to determine if the correct action is being taken. We have no indication that it has. So does this guy get to sue the state of Kentucky for violation of his 5th and 6th Amendment rights? Due process and a right to counsel. I think he should. I would sue it immediately. Bring suit. Go into court. Deliver the papers by hand. What are they going to do? Infringe on his right to bring a lawsuit and redress grievances with his government? I don't know, guys. I'm curious where this goes. I'm curious what next week looks like in the next week. I genuinely don't know. Archangel Nishan says, you want a good look at what will become if it gets worse, Nick? Go play Last of Us. Yeah. Oh, in completely unrelated news, I'm looking for a scuba set, a gun oiling kit, and a functional katana. If anybody has those, I'm looking for those. Not that I think I'll need to wander the countryside and foraging for food and fighting for liberty or anything, but you know, just in case. Super Iron Bob says, saw the stream title, expected you to be a mega member of the LGBT. I agree with your perspective on rights need to be protected, but you're still pretty happy here. Of course I'm happy. I'm happy. We'll see how it goes. There's nothing I can do about it. I can just complain, right? I can just make sure we're asking questions so that if they do, like, genuine question, what happens if they shut down a whole bunch of businesses and unemployment skyrockets? Like, what do we do with that? Genuine question, what happens if they don't decide 2 weeks is long enough? What if it's 2 months? What if it's 3? What if it's 4? What if they shut down your grocery store? What do you do at that point? I know what I'll do. I'll be eating a lot of eggs. I'll probably barter for some chickens. Right? Like, what are you going to do? Do you guys have a plan beyond 2 weeks? No one shut down grocery stores yet, but yet is the operative word. 3 days ago, no one had been locked in their house by armed guards yet. So here's the question. Homeboy in Kentucky leaves his house. Leaves his house. What do they do? Can they arrest him? So let's work through this. Armed guard goes to Corona Chan infested Kentuckian and says, "So you gotta go back inside?" Nah, I'm not gonna. They can't arrest him. He's got the coronavirus. Puts the cop at risk. Everybody the cop knows at risk. Can't take him to a jail. Everybody in the jail's at risk, and then everybody they know. We've got a multiple effect. You're confining him into a place with other people. Terrifying. So shoot him, right? I mean, just so we're on the same page, that's the right answer, correct? You just shot him. Like, that's what we do, right? Do we ask? What is this? Oh, sorry. You gotta shoot him. Tay's in jail? You can't take that guy to jail. Taser him, push him back inside using a broom. There you go. Yeah. You get a guy with a big push broom. One guy with a snow shovel to get him up the step into his house. Get in there. Like, what do we do? All right, that's great. So we figured out what to do with guy with coronavirus who walks out of his house. Now, push us 2 weeks down the line. You've got a curfew on everybody. 2 weeks from now. You got a government curfew. No being out past 8 o'clock, comrade. Party meetings only. Only party meetings will be allowed after 8 o'clock. Look, before 8 o'clock, you go wherever you want to authorized areas. Only wherever you want to go, as long as area is authorized, it will be authorized. Okay. After 8 o'clock, you don't go anywhere except party meeting, okay? After 8 o'clock, you go party meeting, that is okay, but otherwise you stay home. Now, let's say you walk outside and off your property. You don't have coronavirus. You haven't been in contact with anyone for 3 weeks at this point. But there's a curfew. Cop doesn't know you don't have coronavirus. Does he shoot you? Anybody ask? Anybody wondering about what happens when you violate the curfew for the Wu flu? I don't know. I don't know what to do. We didn't do this for Ebola. We don't do this for the flu. We didn't do it for H1N1. So I legit don't know what we do. But we got to have the discussions, right? We got to ask the questions. I don't trust the government to handle things competently ever. So I'm never just going to just go, oh, okay, well, what they're doing is fine. Architect of Fate says, you just said on this stream that you would love to become a judge. So can I cat a quote? Next election cycle, I will run to become a Minnesota judge. If I don't, I will end all YouTube channels hosted by me perpetually. Or in perpetuity. I mean, I just read it. I don't know if I agree with that. Barbaroy Law says, I'm sick. I am stocked. Drinking Jameson's IPA. Grandpa's cough syrup, lol. Be safe. Whiskey. So these are all questions I have, guys. And I want to point out that at the end of the day, it's fine to disagree. This is how rights are actually determined by a society, right? Is we argue about them and push for our positions. We have people on extremes. We have people in the middle. We have all sorts of varying positions on this. And the idea is that we talk about it and we work it out and we find out where we're comfortable as a society to end up. So, and no one's going to get their way. No one's going to get exactly what they want in the scenario. But that's the nature of the pull and the push of either side, is like we've got to determine what part of our society has to operate in this particular way for us to get something out of it, to get what we want out of it. We live in a society. Yes. Yes, we do. Oh my goodness. It's speaking of which, a judge overruled our governor. Look for an explosion of cases after they all go vote tomorrow. Oh, is that the one where the governor shut down or delayed the primary? I saw one where a primary election was being delayed, and so they overturned that. That's great. That's great. You know, the government could have fixed this, right? Trump could have just tweeted, some of you are cool, don't go outside for 2 weeks. That would have solved everything. Some of you guys are cool, don't go outside for 2 weeks. And if President Trump tweeted that, I would vote for him twice. Do you think the government response is because all the boomers are the only ones getting sick and dying? I think that has something to do with it, yeah. I really do. I think they're scared for themselves. And of course they should be, right? What's interesting to me is I saw a lot of people appealing for the children on Twitter. And I'm not an expert, but in looking at this stuff, it seems like children are like supermen for coronavirus. Like they just eat coronavirus and shit out healthiness or whatever. They don't get symptoms. They don't really get sick, and their mortality rate is like 0.02% or something. Children are like superpowered when it comes to it. Even in Wuhan has 0 reported infant deaths. Which is crazy, right? Because the flu kills the old and the young, and then us healthy middle-aged people, rip me, we all get to live through it. But this one only targets the old. Jim Cox, what are you talking about? Woman claims husband doesn't have COVID-19. State overreacted and court ordered isolation. She says she's now frozen from looking at his medical records and the family has hired an attorney. Oh, see, that's amazing, isn't it? What if they got it wrong? What if they got the wrong guy? Child labor saves us from recession. Get in the coal mines, kids. At least then we know you're coughing from the black lung, not that Corona-chan. Did I hear that the governor of Minnesota is talking about closing the state border? I don't know about that. I heard that, but I haven't read it. Imagine closing the border to states. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Border controls don't work. Let's close state borders to prevent the spread of a virus. Oh, yeah. Governor Walz. Walz, his last name is Walz. Build him. Build him up. I've got like a hair stuck in my eyebrow or something. I keep seeing it. It's driving me nuts. Can't trust China's data. It's not just China's data. It's just not affecting children, statistically speaking. But, you know. Phoenix Lord Osterman says, Nick, we're going to the Garden of Nurgle to rescue Aisha. It's time for Corona Chan to end. Call up Caldor Drago. Let's make it happen. Jay says, kids are effed. China reporting 0 means they scarlet fevered the counting of the dead. It's killing young and old. China's definition of mild is double lung phenomena, FFS. But it's not just China that I'm going by on those statistics. Maybe I'm wrong. I just haven't seen statistics about children. I've seen lots of papers suggesting that it's not affecting children. Those papers could be wrong for sure. I just find it very interesting that that's the published data out there. That's the published data. So we'll see. We'll see. Serious thoughts and prayers to Monica Rial, who's reportedly ill with some sort of coof. Hopefully she is not diagnosed with Corona Chan. Would hate for that to happen. Legitimately, this sounds like a joke, but it's not. It's not. Of course, we want everyone to be healthy. Now, Lemoyne, on the other hand, I mean, the memes would be priceless. The memes would be priceless. But on that note, I have something to share with you guys. As you may or may not know, Chuck Huber's divorce documents are trickling out for some reason. Now, I will report accurately on this. I have spoken to Chuck Huber about this, and he said he didn't do it. He said it's not him. He also said that they weren't private or sealed, and anyone can get them. I haven't been able to get them, but I suppose someone else could have. But I am just going ahead and stating what was told to me, and I won't really go into the rest of that conversation. Much. Without many details, let me just suggest that he pointed a finger at 2 people as the suspects of who may have leaked them. And I'm not going to repeat it because it was so goddamn ridiculous that I'm just not even going to give any credibility to it. I will accurately state that Mr. Huber has told me that he did not disseminate his divorce documents. And I think my initial suspicions were that it was him doing it. I couldn't figure out why, but I also can't figure out why anybody else would have anything to do with it. And so I asked him, and he said, no, it's not him. So there you go. I wanted to report accurately and fairly. So, yeah. So the mystery remains. Also, Vic's old divorce documents have also come out. I know many of us, myself included, were confused because we were told that those documents were sealed documents, and they were not sealed, not at all. Ron Toye said that they were sealed, but they aren't. And I'm not planning on covering Chuck's divorce documents, and I'm not planning on covering Vic's divorce documents. I don't see what they have to do with anything. If they somehow become newsworthy in some way, I will look into it. But at this point in time, I'm not really interested in going into people's private lives in that way. So if you're looking for them, you'll have to look elsewhere for now. Hopefully forever, because I think they're just pointless to go through. But you can find information about both of them in various places. So I don't really I hate family law, and I'm not really in the mood to cover unrelated parties' divorce documents. So, but this is the reason I bring up those divorce documents and all of that stuff. In true Ron Toye fashion, we will have another Ronversation stream very soon, probably this week. So just so you know, if you've been in a funk, if you've been depressed that there isn't a Ronversation stream, that we had gotten through all of the messages, don't worry. Don't worry. There is more on the way. Because like a broke back Toye, he can't quit me. I don't know what his problem is, but there will be more Ronversations soon. I may have enough for a whole show already. Let's just put it that way. But we'll see how this pans out over the ensuing days. Felipe Move says, you are right. Youngest death in the UK is 57 years old. By the way, sorry to tell you this, but I need the whiskey back. Gonna use it as hand sanitizer. No. And on that note, I'm gonna have another sip. Felipe, this is good. Before, I'd only had the Highland Park 30 year on a one-off glass that I bought by accident, and it was very, very good, but it was not, that's like $750 a bottle, and I thought that was a bit much. It was a good whiskey, but it wasn't that good. This is fantastic. So thank you very much. I'm enjoying it greatly. Okay, one more thing, and then we're gonna jump into Ace Attorney in just a moment. But one more thing before we do, I am honored to have been on, not me, have a clip from the show shown on Drama Alert today. It was kind of surreal seeing a clip of my video about Keemstar's lawsuit pop up on the channel. With that, so a big thanks to Keem for doing that. I appreciate it. And showing up along the likes of two other internet attorneys that I like, Viva Frey and the Pot Brothers, both of them being great. I like. I really want to talk to the Pot Brothers. They're the guys who do Shut the F Up Friday, and of course Viva Frey have had on the show one more time. I'd love to talk to him, or one time I would love to talk to him again. He just is on a different sleeping schedule than me, which makes things tough. That said, tomorrow's live stream, I believe tomorrow's live stream will be me going through the Romeo Lacoste interview with Keemstar, and which is about a 36-minute video. We're going to go through it and try and identify how that interview might impact the ongoing lawsuit, and we're going to do it semi-live. I'm going to try and preview my way through it a little bit, but I want to make sure that we'll get enough content related to the lawsuit out of it, and then I would like to go through it and just talk about, because that interview was a terrible, terrible choice by this guy as far as what he's trying to do. And some of the stuff that happens on that interview, at least the clips that Keemstar has in his latest video, are pretty damning. And so we'll take it in context of the video, and we'll go through the whole thing and try not to clip anything out. Keem did give me permission to go through the video, so that'll be interesting. We'll do it. We'll do it. Finally, E1337 Neo says, "Hey Nick, the way people are going nuts over toilet paper and ransacking stores seems like the Joker's quote from Dark Knight about how civilized people will eat each other when the chips are down is all too true." The worst part about the coronavirus is Glenn Beck, you know, and his stupid like doomsaying and talking about just how quickly the world becomes crazy is all panning out. It's all panning out flawlessly, but just great. So we'll see. All right, should we do Ace Attorney? I think we could do Ace Attorney. Now I'm trying to finish this, and this is a double-edged sword. As many of you know, I do not like Ace Attorney or narrative visual novel games. I don't like them. They're not my thing. I don't care. I want to just kill stuff when I play video games. That's what I want to do. That being said, when this case is over, I believe the first episode of Ace Attorney is over, and I know that it's kind of a niche gimmick on this channel, and some of you guys really like it, and I do appreciate you guys that like it. A lot of people really don't like it, and because of that, we're gonna, if I do end up playing the second 2 episodes of Ace Attorney, it will either be on Twitch or it will be on my second YouTube channel. It will not be on this main channel. The first episode will be sufficient. So that's how it goes. So if you really like it, don't fear. We'll probably do it. Doing the voices and hearing the story is mildly entertaining, but I don't want to promise it on this channel because it is just a little bit. It's on the fringes of the content of this channel already. So, Royd H says Highland Park 30 is more like $900 to $1,000. I've actually got a bottle lined up for my 30th birthday coming up, assuming that Corona Chan doesn't get me first and I don't survive. Whoa, man! I accidentally bought a glass of Highland Park 30 at Fogo one time, and I'll tell the story real quick. So I'm at Fogo, and if you don't, it's a churrascaria Brazilian place where they bring you like just bunches of meat and just keep giving you meat, and it's fantastic. And I was with my wife and kids, and we had gone to a indoor water park in Minnesota, the Great Wolf Lodge water park, for a Christmas gift for the kids, and we spent a couple days there and had a lot of fun doing that. And while we were there, my mom came and like helped us with the kids at the water park and stuff. And so I bought her dinner and stuff while we were there. I paid for all the food and everything. So then when we were leaving, she offered to buy us dinner at Fogo. She's like, "Oh, you guys can go to Fogo on your way out of town. It'll be on me." And I was like, "Oh, cool. That's way more than I spent on you, so thanks." I thought that was a little ridiculous, but I liked it. So we went to Fogo, and I was like, well, my dinner, my wife's dinner, and our kids' dinners are all paid for. I'm going to get a nice glass of whiskey, a little bit better than like a Johnny Walker or something. So I asked Fogo, I'm like, "What kind of scotch do you have?" And they only had like 3 things. And all I remember is they had Highland Park 18 and 30 year. And they didn't have prices or a menu or anything for the drinks. And so I said, "I'll just take the 30-year Highland Park. That sounds good." And so then I got the bill for it. And at the end, I had it on a separate bill because I was like, "I'll pay for my own whiskey." But I got the bill, and it was a $72 glass of whiskey. And I was like, okay, that costs more than a meal. All right. It was a good whiskey. It just wasn't that good, in my opinion. But it was good. But no, if given the choice, outside of a special occasion, I'd take the 18 over the 30 price for value myself. But yeah. So there you go. There you go. It was a shock, by the way. This is before I started YouTube or anything. Times were a little bit different back then. Red62 says, Super Chat Cherry, did you get that email I sent you with artwork you signed off on in Kitchener Comic Con? I did get that email. I'll have to show it. I'll have to show it sometime. All right. Yes, the gavel. What's this bag of shit? Not the gavel, but there we go. I didn't think my mic was picking it up. Is there a link to the second channel? Yeah, I could do that. Here you go. Copy link. Here is the second channel. The second channel, and the first video for that second channel, along with channel art and everything, is coming in the very near future, and it will be a walkthrough sort of the book, the limited edition version of Horus Rising. I think that's the inaugural video, because I love the craftsmanship that Games Workshop puts into their limited edition novels, like all these back here. And so the first one will be Horus Rising, what it looks like, you know, just kind of showing you the art that's inside, the art of the book and all of that. But Lost Bullets, you're not dead yet from the virus? I thought for sure that you would be toast due to your circumstance. I'm glad to see you're alive, pal. How's it going? What am I doing? Ace Attorney. Oh my god. Let's see. Phoenix Wright. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Excuse me. I am wearing an orange shirt and it's bright. I know it's offensive. I apologize. Where are we at? Okay, let's see. Let's get over here. That's not it. Oh, wait, there it is. All right. There's a report of ATMs limiting cash withdrawals. That's a good plan. Angry Baneling, stop giving me all this tech advice. It's a bad stereotype. Can you delete this game forever? God, I wish. Think we're about to be done with it. I gotta get emotionally prepared for this. I just took a poo and it splashed all over my cheeks. Do I have coronavirus now? Yes, you have self-infected. You should have quarantined yourself from yourself. Don't worry, friend. Government agents will come to you know, put you in plastic wrap and throw you in a ditch very soon. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Is Ace Attorney worth it to play if you don't know that much about law? Oh, knowing stuff about law makes this game way worse. I don't know. If you like visual novel storytelling, sure. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? King Brawley, ASAP. Like this week, tonight, tomorrow, I don't care. I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning on the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes. I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you could do better than that. Come on! I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. Don't call him Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. There's another case after this? No! Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Nick! Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently. True. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? And more. Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade. Kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh? I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. Liberty Bird says, can we look at real cases? Yeah, we can. I'm just really trying to get through this, because it's always lingering over my head as something I said I would do. So, you were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold and I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it. Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you. Give me the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. He shouldn't be allowed in the human race. Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. You know, the teacher's a chick, right? In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. What a baby. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I didn't do nothing. Tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. Wait, he shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah. Oh, wait. We don't need proof. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh, wait, no. Why don't you all just shut up? This is how it always is. Everybody's ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. I mean, that's not how that works, Larry, but okay. Very well. Oh, it is a chick. Very well. We're sticking with the slow man voice. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. And all the kids learned nothing. Thank you. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. Except for the two friends who saved me. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Oh, God. I don't care. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. I love DL. Right, I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he had become. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain. No one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick! So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick! Nick! I hate Larry. Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do. Okay? Right. Very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. What? What he is? I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Oh, thank God. No, I don't need to do that. Let's move. Excuse me. I'm not going to examine my own office again. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money. Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. It's because it wasn't important, dummy. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know that trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney? Look at his face! That's the stupidest thing I've heard all day. Shut up. Ridiculous! Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, yeah, maybe, but... I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right? But I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. Yep. Edgeworth and Von Karma are having sex, that's true. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, in me. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it's impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Whoops. Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch since I came. A real pro. All right, we're gonna move to the He's out again. When does he work anyway? Got that corona, lady. Leave him alone. Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. We're gonna have to come back later. That's the worst. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. You're so large. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No prob, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may, it's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Eek! No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping. Woods are off limits to camping, and apparently Park Ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one could go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Yeah, anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. If Ron challenged me to a fight, would I accept? Sure. Okay. I guess. I'm not. No. No. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Guess Larry has today off. He was pretty happy about saving Mr. Edgeworth. True. We owe him big. A trash can with no trash. At least the place is well maintained. This lake sure likes to cause problems, doesn't it? Huh? I mean, everything that happened here turned out to be a lie. Gordy was a lie, and the charges against Mr. Edgeworth were all lies. I guess you're right. I mean, I'm glad the charges were all lies, but still. No one's going to sit here on a cold day like today. Well, unless they were eating a samurai dog. How would that change the temperature, I wonder? You seem troubled, Nick. No. Who? Me? John Albert. Sorry, I noticed this. Hey, Nick, can I get a shot for my late uncle and godfather? He died last week from type 4 lung cancer. He fought strong, but cancer got the better of him. Yeah, buddy. Let's see. What should we have here? Oh my god, I have a bunch of gin. Let's do something great and disgusting. We got this apple pie moonshine. And I'm just gonna drink from the jar, buddy. Hold on. There we go. To your uncle. Ugh. Tastes kind of like apple pie soaked in liquor. Weird. Oh, okay. Anyway, not a big fan of the sweet stuff. All right, let's go to the boat rental shop. Now that has coronavirus. Yes. Yes. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. Oh, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk?
Oh, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemons, you see?
Mr. Grossbergstein, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I might be able to offer you some assistance with your student loan debt.
Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? The boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. The caretaker must have run for the hills, huh? Yeah, looks like it. He didn't seem like a bad person. The man was insane! There's some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one more boat at the dock. That was just bad writing. There's a forest here beyond these bushes. Nick, the forest! There's someone in there! You're right. There's a few policemen in there. They must be looking for the caretaker. Good luck. Nobody's home. Except for that freaking parrot. Hello, Squawk. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, Squawk. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences, Squawk. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for himself. Herself? Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. Ah! What's wrong? Huh? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. Look, Maya, I'm always looking to let another woman down. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228, Squawk. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Ah, but hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Ah, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake. Getting on the boat. Firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looked like these are the instructions for that caretaker. Polly, what's the passcode to Maya's box? When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. There's nothing left in the safe. Wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. Say, Nick. Nick. Don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of fish they caught, right? Right, but don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you? Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away. Except the one that got away from us was a caretaker, and we did see him. Why do I feel like we're having 2 different conversations here? Doesn't look like he used his kitchen much. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What? You thought he was telling the truth? Oh my god! I love when Phoenix realizes just how dumb Maya is. That fishing pole looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't you think the caretaker would mind? Well, we can just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we'd better not. Nothing in the trash can. Alright. JF will love this. Look, I am in love with Maya. She is beautiful. She has maybe a little bit of learning disability, but that is okay. Let's see. Let's go to... One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Trying to get to Grossberg. He's not here yet? He told me to come to the office. Oh, let's traumatize him. So, here's your dead dad. Nick, no. That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that. You're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. What is it? Nothing. Huh? Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right, but I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So, he was following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, I can just imagine Drexel leaving that letters at a bunch of women's houses. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also said, this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. It's the guy from the elevator, we got it. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? Hey, what's up, Ty? Welcome to the party, pal. The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But, even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Ty, I need you to come on the show and voice the women. Sorry. I'm not sure I can help you with that. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled, handsy, friendly even. Things happened. Okay, I don't like to talk about it. Help! I can't breathe! It's Eric Garner, no! Quiet, I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out, help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh? But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Uh-oh. Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. Tell your attorney, you idiot! You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. It's you, right? Coated in jello. I can't get it out of my head. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help, I can't breathe! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen! I can't breathe! You're using up my air! What? Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Ah! What? What are you? Stop breathing my air! He's attacking father. Then I see the pistol laying by my feet. And I blacked out and don't know how the blood got on my hands. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I picked up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Cap, cap! And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that's kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. This is wrong. Wait, Edgeworth. You mean it was me? I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I have some ideas. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. There's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident. Maybe. There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Mr. Grossberg.
Oh, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
My. Just calm down and tell me what happened. Sit down on Papa Grossberg's lap and tell me.
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled?
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. In fact, it was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired and the deed was done.
That's how guns work. Did you guys know that? Just shoots people. No, I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
Okay, sure. I got it. What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost, and died in despair, as it were.
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff Yanni Yogi.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right, everyone thought she was, you see. Yet now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless.
Table for clients. An elegant ebony case. If I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. I guess Mr. Grossberg isn't getting that painting back. I feel kind of bad for him. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Mr. Grossberg must sit here polishing his wood all day. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Wait a minute, do I have the wrong voice for... No, Grossberg. Yeah, Bernie would have expensive... funny. They don't look like they've ever been read.
Whoa, so this is a letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney. But he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent. So why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socialistically, he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait!
What is it?
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
Could it be Manfred von Karma?
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma. Von Karma. Well, wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does this mean? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
Gregory Edgeworth. He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what had become of von Karma were he alive. She was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did.
Huh? Sorry about what? Think I'll stay out of this one.
If it was truly von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no. But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be thinking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
Unscarred? What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused von Karma of faulty evidence, and though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like going to the sea or my mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? Catch you later, Ty. What do we do, Nick? Von Karma's going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim, which I am not.
I understand. The police materials.
Hey guys, I need a quick moment here
To run to the restroom. I'll be back. All right, sorry that took a minute. I had to, I couldn't wash my hands, so I had to go to my neighbor's house and shove my hand in their mouth. Quarantines are stupid. All right, let's go. Let's see what's next. Let's go to the Criminal Affairs Department. There's hardly anyone here. Everybody must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi.
Oh, excuse me.
This is taking a toll on the old throat, I can already tell. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't just have anybody wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently.
The label says unsolved cases, evidence.
Unsolved cases.
Nick, the file for DL6, it's completely empty.
What? What are you doing in here? Eek!
Fun karma.
You!
How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? Ahem. I beg your pardon, you see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me! Needless things to be crushed! I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. He blew you, Von Karma, and you loved it. So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It has been a while since I've had that defense attorney last this long. I could go longer. Just give me a minute. Just stop moving, Karma. Just a second. I could go longer if you just give me a minute. Still, you will lose in the end? Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt? His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite a researcher. You've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow? We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. This cabinet is where they keep evidence for current cases. Some of the things are obviously murder weapons, others are question marks. Most of it just looks like random junk.
Nick, what do you think this clothespin is for?
Don't touch that, it's evidence. This large drawer is half open. The label on the drawer reads unsolved cases, evidence. All the stuff in here look like random junk. Only the evidence for the DL6 incident is missing. Literally, how could you possibly know that that's the only thing not in there? I can guess who took it too. Von Karma. Here are files of collected case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here.
Wow, these are all case reports?
Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases.
I guess my sister's case report is in here too, quietly gathering dust.
There's shelves stuffed with case files in the back of the room too. Forgotten cases, rotting away for eternity.
Nick, let's get what we need and get out of here. All this dust is getting to me.
Looks like there are files inside this glass case. Case is so dusty I can't see what's inside.
Nick, it's locked.
They must keep important case files in there. fool. You think I, a prosecutor, would give you, a defense attorney, information? Bah! Creep. I'm gonna brandish a gun at him. He's not gonna say anything, is he? I don't wanna show him the letter. I'm not gonna flash letter, I'm gonna surprise him with it. I do want to show him the letter? I wanna. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He is a fool! I told him to burn it after he read it! So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun. For self-defense, usually. And in this case, rape. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it. Usually. Now give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you? Nick, run! Oh! No! Not Maya! Oh no! Ah! Stay back! Maya! Out of my way! Ah! Ugh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course. Why did you stand there? He took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya. Maya, open your eyes. Maya! The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll use you. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. No! Oh, God. Overwrite the selected data. Well, guys, it is 1:10 a.m. and I can feel my throat deteriorating heavily. Oh, final day trial is next. We will do it this week, I think, since Corona-chan is going to bring everything to a halt. But no, just doing the different voices is really, really taxing on my throat, actually. So, hey, thanks, Ariel Sky. Welcome to the show. No, I don't. We're gonna close that off. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. I'm not actually gonna do Twitch tonight. I was going to, but I'm going to rest my throat because tomorrow we will have a show. I will be covering either. We may have Ty Beard on tomorrow. He mentioned he was possibly available. We may do a live stream of Keemstar's interview with Romeo Lacoste and compare it to what Romeo's lawsuit says. I think that'll be pretty interesting. I saw some clips that Keemstar posted that don't look good for Romeo at all, but they were just clips. So hopefully we can get the full context of those clips in the video and talk about that. If that's not the live stream topic tomorrow, there will probably be a short video topic on it tomorrow. There may also be a short topic on Darkside Phil. A short video on Darkside Phil. I believe one of his creditors has challenged his bankruptcy documents. We will be looking into that and to see what's going on. So I'm going to read through the rest of the super chats that have been hanging out here, and then we're going to wrap it up for the night. If you are new to the channel, thank you for showing up and participating. These live streams are always weird and different, but we follow stuff and talk about things, so it should be fun. All right, guys, if you do peace out for the super chats, thanks for hanging out through Ace Attorney. We'll get this case done this week. My voice is already dying, I can tell. So let's do it. Let's start with the Grand Admiral Pepe says, I get to watch you live tonight. No work tonight due to no shipments coming in, and they are days behind. Got some snacks and some tequila. Let's have some fun tonight. Hey, that's my pickup line. Big boobs before big panic says, the case after this one is, no joke, the longest case in the entire Ace Attorney franchise. Do it, Boomer. Oh my God, how is it longer than this one? No. Inner Persona, welcome to the channel membership. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Gimme Skittles Now says, go to channel Joe the Lawyer for a video on how acts of God like pandemics affect the implementation of legal contracts. I had Joe the Lawyer on the show before. I should have him on again. He's pretty interesting. Tillip says, Sic Semper Tyrannis. Yes. Moist John says, I'd like to see them try to weld people in. Yeah, that'll be interesting. They might. Let's see. Latintha says, need an F in chat. Oh man, I didn't see this earlier. My sister-in-law's niece tested positive for COVID-19. Send your live, please, and thank you. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully your sister-in-law's niece gets healthy quickly. I said it seems like kids are supposed to be relatively resilient to it, so good luck. Billy Boy Blue says, fug our rights, bring out the dang whiskey. Attaboy. That's the winner right there. Razor says, today in this Lost Planning the Interwebs, will Nick complete Ace Attorney before Doom Eternal comes out this week? Find out today. Best of luck, Nick. I gotta beat Sekiro before Doom Eternal comes out. And it's this week? That doesn't look promising. 113657 says, thoughts, opinions, comments on the Earn It Act. Also, stay safe, man. Live streams are the only thing keeping me sane during quarantine. The Earn It Act is an interesting, if I'm not mistaken, it's a law that will ostensibly force companies to earn their Section 230 protection. I am not the hugest fan of the current way that Section 230 shields everybody from everything ever. But at the same time, the Earn It Act looks like a set of hoops that you have to jump through, which implies cost, which means that the big companies who are the big problems with how speech on the internet is handled will automatically qualify, and everybody else who is a small internet website or internet service will suffer from it. And that looks like a bad thing. I'll have to take a look at the full act, but just from reading the summaries about it, that's my initial thing. Like most regulation that comes out, you know, the regulations on employers aren't going to really affect Walmart that much because they have unlimited money and resources to comply with the regulations. They affect the smaller employers or the smaller business people more at a disparate amount than they would affect the big ones. Architect of Fate says, enforced quarantine would be permissible under the Constitution. If they are imposing a direct danger to other people, that would violate the NAP. Yes, and I think the answer to violating the NAP is you shoot them rather than the government shoots them. But whether or not it's permissible, we still do have due process rights, and those concerns are what I'm focusing on at the moment. Are we getting due process for the deprivation of rights for people or not? Maybe we are. I haven't seen any evidence that we are. Billy Boy Blue says, lol, you said duty. I did. Chengiz Khan says, everyone in my family except me has bought into the fear and openly support daddy government controlling their lives. California sucks. Jay says, mother, brother, and family are ill. No official cases in Northwest Ireland, but 3-year-old nephew on death's doorstep. I can make boomsticks just saying, hey, buddy, legitimately prayers to your nephew. Like, I know that doesn't seem like much, but I can't do anything else, right? My thoughts are with him. I hope he does turn out okay. I know that's very scary. Coming from a dad who has spent many a night in hospitals with kids with stuff where if you weren't in a hospital, they'd be in a real bad spot. So, Contrarian 420 says, thanks for this rational take, Rackets. Those that would sacrifice liberty for safety deserve neither. Thanks, buddy. Cynic in Chief says, is forced business closures a violation of the takings clause and require just compensation, as in Arkansas Game and Fish Commission versus United States? Maybe. I haven't read that case at all, so I couldn't tell you. But it very well could be. The way they're weaseling around it right now in Minnesota is they're saying that the businesses aren't closed. They're still open for takeout or delivery only. So because you can go get food from them, they're not closed. So who knows? But a takings doesn't have to be a complete taking. So interesting question. Roblin the Goblin says, have you felt the reality of what's happening yet? I can see it unfolding in Massachusetts. It's everywhere. Dude, it's crazy. I'm in a small, tiny town. We likely don't have any coronavirus in our town. There are very few cases in the state of Minnesota. And it's just not really prevalent. But the panic about it is. There's no bread, no tortillas, no no toilet paper, none of that stuff. No chicken? You bought the chicken? Anyway. Cars in Depth says, how many biology courses are there on your CV? Not enough. I'm not a biologist. I'm not a scientist in any sort of way. I think you're referring to the statistics about kids seeming to be resilient to it. It's just what I read, man. It's just what I've read online from various publications. Kids seem to be largely resilient to the virus's effects. Not that they don't carry it, but that they seem to be resilient to the effects. So, which I think is good. Isn't that a good thing? The kids aren't as likely to die as everybody else. Normally, kids are first on the chopping block. I love your sacred cow. Sent me a burger. Thank you. AP779 says, I have a funny story of Josh Martin being a complete butt. What would be a good email to send the story to? rekietalaw@rekieta.org. I heard Josh Martin isn't getting much work these days. I wonder what happened to him. Angel Estrada says, saw you on Drama Alert. You making moves out here. Hey, thanks, buddy. Franco Miranda says, hi, Nick. Quarantine in central Minnesota. Same here in the Bay Area. Good luck to you and everyone in the chat. Stay safe and let's have a drink. Kyle Robertson says, Corona Chan is very upset about you all spending so much time at these sporting events and cons, so she closed them and now you get to spend all your time with her. Some nobody says, tell Chuck we think he is FNRT-erded. So there you go. I will. Jay says, jobs closed until May 29th. I disagree about COVID-19, but Ron appeases me. Continue, please. And again, we can disagree. And you're European, so there are different questions there as well. Stooge Muffin Stuff and says, Sunday was my 26th birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Kyle Robertson, welcome to channel membership. I appreciate it. The Big Red Bear says, this game just makes you crave a fair and bland legal system like that belonging to the People's Republic of China. Ace makes the law look bad. Liberty Bird, can we look at real cases? Yes. Tomorrow we'll be looking at real cases again. John Albert says, hey, Nick, can a shot from... Wait, I read that one about the shot from late uncle grandfather died last week. Gaming at Dusk says, don't fight Ron if he challenges you. He'll show up with a utility belt full of universal remotes. Thank God I'm not a woman. Jordan says, my mom told a nurse she had a coof from allergies. Now she's quarantined for 2 weeks. The only thing dumber she's done is birth me. Oh, Matt Schrodinger says she was a fwad. Definitely a fwad. Clumsy K says, you're killing me, Nick. Walrus Aurelia says, been a bit. Glad to see you're well, Nick. Hey, welcome back, buddy. It has been a bit. Hope you're doing well. Sigurd Hellickson Crypt Keeper says, Chair Coon's Ballad of the Boomer Bladder is beautiful. You should record it. She only sings it when the mic's off. John Albert says, thank you for the shot, Nick. I really appreciate it. Hey, you're welcome, buddy. Cheers to you. Gelth Walker says, made you look, you crazy boomer. Take a shot or 3. I'm not taking 3 shots. Not tonight. Stooge Muffin Stuffin says, Maya is not legal in this game. Well, Phoenix should stop hitting on her then. She is on the next one because each game takes place a year after the previous one. Also, good luck on the final case. Mwah. And Rotting Damsel says, have a lovely night. Oh, and then one more. Crusader Saracen says, have you seen the recent case of when police in a red flag raid shot through a pro-gun libertarian software developer's house and killed him in his sleep? What a damn travesty. Yes, I have seen that. And the police are now coming out and saying he confronted them. And I believe his wife is saying that that's complete BS. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. So... all right, guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. As always, we will see you tomorrow night for a live stream. There should be... I definitely have a short Corona rant going up tomorrow. It's very similar to what I said earlier today, but you can give it a peek if you want. So that'll be up. The video's uploaded. I'm just waiting on art and stuff for it, and it'll come out tomorrow during business hours. So, all right, guys, let's get the outro going. Oh my goodness. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Like I said, hope you guys have a good night. Again, no Twitch tonight because I gotta rest my voice. The Ace Attorney streams are murder on it, but I will. What? Yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow for a stream on YouTube. Have a good night. Peace. Peace.
So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed. Make the His lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an art bag about more love for her. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear Lost Planning tonight. From the white shores of Nan to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we are now. Oh, the guests are all plentiful, from Dante to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career.
Oh, I know you love it. The mic is hot.
Get unemployed, so pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear Lost Planning tonight. From the white shores of Nan to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed